maxwellestates.co.uk for further information. Maxwell Estates, the name you can trust.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu to all of our listeners. It's Shweb here on the Drive Time Show again on this Tuesday. Alhamdulillah. Hope you're all well. Who have I got in the studio with me today? Surprise, surprise, surprise. It's a different theme every week, isn't it? So what we've got this week, we've got a nice show packed up for you today, guys. Quite different to last week's and the weeks before. We've got my Cody, my little side man.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Yeah, Hadar Ali, how you doing, my bro?
Alhamdulillah, bro.
What's going on? Okay? I can't really say little side man, can I? So it's a big side man. But I don't even know, bro. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. How you been, man?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm good.
Yeah, I heard you've not been very well recently, man.
Yeah, bro. Caught a little bit of the Ramadan flu. I think everyone's got it.
Yeah.
Everyone gets it at some point, innit?
Okay. Yeah, I was out as well, man. Hay fever.
Yeah.
Smash me in. Absolutely smash me in. But it is what it is, man. We've also got a special guest in the studio with us today. Arfan, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.
How are you doing, my bro?
Shukr, alhamdulillah, bro. How are you?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I'm really, really good. Thank you. So we've got, guys, we've got a bit of a sporty theme to our show today. Arfan, do you want to just kind of, for the benefit of our audience, just tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do?
I suppose spend most of my time working for Essex County Cricket Club with sort of diverse roles. One of them is to oversee cricket in East London, 4 London boroughs, Newham, Redbridge, Barking and Dagenham and Waltham Forest. And that's everything from recreational cricket in parks, in communities, in schools, as well as recreational game, but it's also involved around working with local authorities around sustaining facilities and whatnot, as well as talent ID and making sure cricket is accessible for all. And then within Essex, also work within the scouting team, just talent ID, trying to find any talented young cricketer and make sure they get on the pathway. And then on major match days, also help with match managing and one or two other roles. And I have also done a bit of player liaison officer with our senior players, people like Mohammed Amir and others. So it's a sort of pretty diverse role.
Awesome. And I understand you kind of do some work for the ECB as well. Is that right?
Yeah, kind of. Essex about 4 years ago, we were given the pilot for what's called the Core Cities. That's effectively our diverse communities program and making sure cricket is open and available for all. On the back of that, we were the sort of consultation partner, and we were able to sort of activate quite a lot of programs, especially amongst those slightly harder to reach communities who either loved or passionate about cricket, but then ultimately didn't know how to get into it. And then since then, we've done what's called the research insight period, created the strategy, now into an action plan, and then the next role is the implementation. So it sort of overlaps my role with Essex, but it's more of a sort of strategic aspect of the role, which is pretty exciting.
Okay, all right. Well, look, we'll talk a little bit more about the nuts and bolts of that in a second, because to some of our listeners listening in, and they might be thinking, well, what the hell is all this about, man? It sounds really, really complicated, but it's quite a simple project, really, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. But like I say, we'll talk about it in a little while. But Arfan, tell us about yourself, man. When did you get involved in cricket?
Oh God, I think for me the journey started when I was about 4 or 5, playing in the garden with siblings and whatnot. But I was sort of fortunate at sort of 11 or 12. I joined my local cricket club, Wanstead Cricket Club, and from Wanstead was very fortunate to get into the pathways at Essex in junior A group all the way down to county second 11, and but for Wanstead also managed to play all the age groups and captain the first team for 10 years, and still just about hanging on within the team. Just cricket's been a passion and love for me all the way through. It's enabled me to travel and see the world, as well as get involved actively with a huge amount of sort of projects and communities which are relatively self-fulfilling. So very, 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 very fortunate.
Awesome. And you were the youngest first team youngest first team captain at Wanstead.
Apparently
Is that right?
so, yeah. I think 19 hitting 20. Well, I got told when I was 19, and I think I was 20 when I accepted. So, into the teens, into adulthood, I think. Good fun. Really enjoyed it.
Awesome. And Hadrili, you play a bit as well?
I played my fair share. I was at Wanstead as well. I'm sure you know. Yeah. I recently played at Fives for one season, and obviously uni got in the way and stuff. Well, I'd like to go back though at some point. But we'll see.
We'll get you back. Don't worry about that.
Hopefully. Let's hope so.
Okay, awesome. So Arf, tell us a little bit about this this project that you're doing at the moment.
Yeah, the South Asian action plan, which has just been launched by the ECB, actually was launched at Leighton County Ground. We were very fortunate. We got to go to Sky Studios and everywhere else just to make sure the word gets spread to as many people up and down the country. And recently, the test match between England and Pakistan was called the Participation Test Match, and it was an opportunity for Sky and all the test match special and all the partners to really share out what the action plan is about. There's 10 core cities up and down the country. So obviously London, you got Leicester, Birmingham, etc. And the plan is through insight and research over the 18 months, the strategy team realized or appreciated from previous insight that the communication and the direct pathway and working as one in cricket amongst those diverse communities wasn't necessarily seen as exactly the same. So what they wanted to do is do the engagement, do the insight, and then hopefully over this action plan, and if it's delivered as clearly as it states with a timeline, there should be no South Asian action plan. Cricket should be hopefully integrated, and all diverse communities will have the same opportunity, be it for playing, officiating, administration, coaching, access to facilities, whatever their challenge has been. It should be a level playing field.
Okay, so look, so basically what the ECB are saying is that there aren't enough Asian people playing cricket at this moment in time. Is that basically what they're saying?
No, completely the opposite. If I was to be honest, I think nearly 35% of the cricket population is from a South Asian background. I think there's been a stigma of let's just allow them to carry on and do what they do, and so they weren't necessarily tied into the mainstream cricket community, and therefore weren't ever given support mechanisms, for example, access to coaching qualifications or funding circles and stuff like that. I think the biggest alarming stat was out of the 35% South Asian communities that are playing cricket, only 3%, I think, or 4% went on to play professional cricket. So again, that stigma of why is that? What's the reasoning behind it? And I suppose that the final one is around coaching as well. And obviously, there isn't a real representation of South Asian coaches if we're saying that 35% of the participation is from that community. So it's more about clear, precise communication portals, making sure that pathways are all accessible, and it's a real opportunity to sort of inspire that generation over the next 10 years to actually start getting onto coaching courses and stuff like that, and make sure cricket, as the big sponsors at England and NatWest say, cricket has no boundaries.
So basically, just to sort of get clarity then, it's about trying to get more Asian people from the Southeast Asian continent, part of that world, into kind of coming up and playing more structured league cricket, like for example in the Essex Cricket League, and also to filter through into playing professionally as well, ultimately. And also in terms of the infrastructure of cricket, so coaching, management, all that kind of thing, having more Asian people kind of involved at that level as well.
Yeah, twofold. I'll answer the first question. That's got to be it's got to be relative, if I'm being honest, for each region. So, for example, in Essex, or East London, our aspiration isn't to bring those players, like the Elliott Davis Cricket League or the National Cricket League, or into what we would constitute recreational cricket, that is sort of traditional cricket. Apologies, that's not our role. Our role is to make sure. Because we might have sort of aunties, uncles listening in who have no idea what we're talking about. Yeah.
So in Essex, as far as, and please correct me if I'm barking up the wrong tree per se, but the main Essex league, the main league of cricket league in Essex is the Shepherd Neame Essex League. The cricket is played on a Saturday. Yeah. And that's where that holds the highest kind of level of respect, that league, isn't it? Yeah. Now, there's other leagues that kind of, they're still structured and overseen, for example, by the Essex County Cricket Board and stuff like that. So Elliot Davis League is one of those, isn't it? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, it's a partner league.
Yeah,
it's a partner league.
But it's kind of almost kind of one league. It's seen in a slightly different light, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the point I wanted to get onto really initially, where what we do is slightly different. Yes, the SNEL, the Essex Cricket League, that's got that sort of identity. It's a Premier League. It's accepted as one of the 30-odd Premier Leagues in the country by the ECB. It's the pinnacle, but what we want to say is all the other leagues have the right to have a voice. So talent shouldn't just be reached out of the SNEL. So our approach is slightly different. We're trying to champion and give voices and identity to all of the 17 leagues that we work in within sort of Essex and East London. Okay. Now, someone in different parts of the county might be different. They might be trying to, they might not have leagues with South Asian teams. They may only have clubs or teams. So their responsibility is to bring them into mainstream cricket. What we're trying to say is our South Asian leagues should be our mainstream cricket.
Okay, so basically it's now a situation where you don't have to be playing for a Shepherd Neame Essex League Cricket Club to potentially go on and play for Essex. You may well be playing in the, I don't know, the GMC, is it the GMCL or the NCL or one of those leagues, and potentially get picked up from there as well.
Yeah, 100%. And just to reiterate that point, we've had two players in the 5 years of working in East London. We have two players that have gone on and actually got a summer contract by playing in one of the partner leagues. That was one of the biggest challenges the community set to us. They said, well, actually, we want to work with you. You guys got some really aspirational ideas, but actually our players are leaving our league to go to the main traditional league, and actually that's not giving us the strength and depth we want. And the counter to that was, well, let's create talent ID pathways, scouting pathways, and what's now called the East London Cricket Festival, where the best 12 players from the East London leagues that are not affiliated, they're partner leagues, take on Essex Second 11 in East London. And the power of that has been, inspirational. It's also given a voice to those communities. And secondly, we know there is a lot of talent amongst those communities that just needs a bit of nurturing and support. Yeah,
because look, I mean, I can quite safely say, look, I've played, I'm a cricketer myself, as you know, allegedly. Put your money where your mouth is, you say. By the way, Muzammal, Rafiq, he's saying salam to you,
I just seen him pop up on my Facebook.
Yeah. Just a message here on Facebook Live, guys. Because listen, guys, if you want to have a chat with us, you've got any questions, you've got anything at all, give us a ring, give us a shout, man. We really want to hear from you guys. It doesn't even have to be about anything we're talking about today. I've been asking you guys for the last 3 weeks, man. What are you having for iftar today? Still, no one's phoned in and told us what they're having for iftar today.
Maybe you should tell them the number, bro.
The telephone number is 0333 011 6786. Just in case I got it wrong, Hadar Ali, do you want to tell them again, bro?
That's 0333 011 6786.
Oh, this one's a natural, man. He did it so much better than I did.
There you go. A little bit different, bro.
Not
better, just different.
And not just a pretty face after all, are you, bro? Yeah. So, where was I? Yes, well, what I was saying was just sort of coming back. So guys, listen, please call in, have a chat with Arf, say hi to Hadar Ali, give him a kiss, do whatever you want, man. Tell us about what you're up to this evening, what you're doing for iftar. You want to talk about Arfan's a massive he's a football fan as well, so any questions you got about any of the rumblings you're hearing at Arsenal, they want to sign for Fellaini, I'm sure Arfan's got his opinions on that as well.
I'll speak about my beloved Leighton Orient.
And Leighton Orient as well. So guys, we're waiting for your call, yeah? So what I was going to say is, look, because look, I've known Arfan for the benefit of our listeners. I've known Arfan since you were kind of 11, 12, isn't it? Same height. Yeah. I was going to say since he was little, but he's still the same height as when I first met him. But when I was kind of that age, when I was 13, 14, I used to play Sunday cricket with Haroon's dad. Yeah. And we used to play in the Middlesex League back in those days, on the Sunday League. And I I can quite safely say some of the teams that we played against and some of the players that we played against were absolutely phenomenal. And if you'd kind of put them against, you know, the Wanstead or a South Woodford or any of these teams, they would have given them a damn good game, if not cleaned up the floor with them. I've never faced bowling like that. I've never, you know, batting like batters, bowlers, everything. And you just kind of look back and you think, where are those guys now? Where are those guys now? You know, playing in that league, absolutely zero reward, zero recognition, nothing at all. And, you know, if those same players had been playing in the structured Middlesex League, Saturday Middlesex League or the Saturday Essex League, then a lot of those players might well have got a lot more recognition than what they had.
I think the most exciting thing for me was I was very fortunate. Managed to, when the launch of the South Asian Action Plan, I was invited by the ECB to go to Sky Sports News and Sky News and God knows who else studios and really talk about what the action plan is about. But what I really liked is what Tom Harrison, who's the chief exec of the ECB, and also other colleagues from the ECB, when they went on to the consultation evenings, the first thing they said is, we're sorry. And we're sorry because we've spent 20 years of neglecting the community, just allowing cricket to carry on in its merry way and whatever. And I think that for me was really important. That first message of, look, we can sit here and you can moan at us for 2 hours. We're not gonna achieve anything. Yeah. And a huge proportion of those people that came down and contributed towards those evenings were exactly the people you just spoke about. The ones who were so passionate and emotional and felt let down, but also at the same time what was inspiring was they didn't want this to happen again. So they're becoming our biggest assets, the community leaders, if you want to call it that, and they're sort of nurturing and manoeuvring and guiding us as the administrators, but secondly also future planning what cricket within their respective communities knows, because they're the experts. So it is really, really important, that this action plan is implemented, is delivered, and also is dismantled over 10 years, because that means we've got it right. Everyone's within the mainstream cricket. Those stories that you share of, all of these talented guys who didn't have opportunities, well, no longer, every single game of cricket up and down the country, if someone's playing, has got to be an opportunity on their own ambition, aspiration. If it's just to play, I don't know, for example, once to 6 team and they really want to aspire to play for once to 3rd team, well, that's aspirational. Yeah. If it's a simple fact of they want to be a professional cricketer, they need to, they know that their performances and the way they adapt to circumstances and situations to be successful, that is again going to benefit them on those pathways.
Sure. Awesome. So, and what sort of stage are we at the moment in terms of the project half?
Yeah, very new. So a couple of weeks ago, Leighton County Ground was part of the launch of the action plan. Over the weekend, the likes of Lord Patel, who's the director of the ECB board, and I said Tom Harrison and all the others have been going anywhere from Sky Sports, TMS. Over the weekend on Saturday during the lunch interval, the ECB were live on Sky Sports with David Gower sharing the action plan, and it's now at county board level consultation. So it's at that stage now where all the county boards will have the responsibility to structure how it looks. Because again, I repeat what I said earlier, the challenges, the obstacles, and most importantly the opportunities are different in each core city to what they are with us. So you can't have one national a strategy, I should say, and you say, well, here's the framework, here's what it looks like, go and deliver it. It's more, here's a framework and how does it look like in your area.
So when you're talking about different cities, different challenges, are we saying, for example, in Birmingham there's not enough Asian coaches, and in Bradford, for example, not enough people are going and watching the going out there and looking at the up and coming talent? Is that the sort of thing we're looking at? I think
without naming cities, I go a bit broad.
No, I'm just giving an example.
Yeah, broad. I'd say certain cities have easier, highly populated, dense South Asian communities, as an example of one particular community. It could be the Pakistani community. So therefore, their challenges and access will differ to other sort of communities. So that's one. I think some of it is based around the historic challenges they've had to get involved with mainstream cricket. So again, you're talking about local whether you want to call it politics or personal agendas and communities not understanding them, and vice versa. You know, bridges have been burnt, and it's a two-way thing. One thing I'll want to make absolutely categorically clear: it's very easy to blame the traditional and the governing body, but actually it works two ways. What have we as the South Asian communities done to really make sure we allow opportunities and access and those opportunities? And I think that's also been an issue in the past with lack of two-way communication. So information from a county board may be dripped down, but what have you done to action it? You know, how many South Asian coaches have actually gone, do you know what, it's going to be hard work, well, I'm going to go do the coaching courses, and do you know what, I'm going to go and volunteer, and I'm going to grow my portfolio and my CV. Well, the truth is, if it's that much hard work, they go, oh yeah, I'll think of doing something else, which is our mentality as
Let's
well.
have some samosa instead,
oh,
innit?
Blimey, don't, man. A few more hours.
Or pop down to Alfie's, like good old times, man.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so listen, I'm off. I just want to take a quick time out. I've just seen Bilal walk in to the studio. So, guys, we're just going to take a quick break. We've got Bilal Zafar on the show as well, Muslim comedian. I don't even know if he's funny in person, to be fair, but hopefully he will be. I'm sure he's got lots of tales to tell and all sorts. But guys, waiting for your calls. Give us a shout. Let us know how we're doing. Not only do we want to hear from you and hear from your iftar, we want your support on the radio station. Arfan, I don't know if you know, but this radio station as it is, it only broadcasts during Ramadan. Yeah. So all this equipment and stuff, we rent it out, and you know, we broadcast, and it goes out via Facebook, YouTube, Mixler, and TuneIn apps. Yeah. Now, we've got a full-time FM license from Ofcom.
Wow.
So we've got a license to go full-time as a FM radio station.
MashaAllah.
Guess what the problem is, bro? Funding.
Yeah.
We need £50,000 to get the equipment that we need to actually be able to broadcast live 24/7s. Yeah. Now, you know, I'm sure we can all appreciate the value that would add to our community. Yeah. The amount of people, you know, that kind of listen into this drive time show, you know, typically driving home from work, and, you know, all the kind of rest of it, and the different types of shows that we have, and input that we have. So, yeah, guys, we need your contributions, man. We need you to donate. We need you to help. Yeah. So the donation hotline, guys, if you want to donate and contribute towards, we need £50,000, like we say, is 07840 551 119. That's 07840 551 119. And if you want to call the studio, have a chat with us, talk anything to do with anything, really. Just want to see how you guys are out there. It's 0333 011 6786. We're going to take a quick time out, and when we come back, we're going to have Bilal Zafar in the studio with us as well. All right? Back in a sec, guys.
EU.
Solicitors In. You can expect a variety of services from us, ranging from family law, immigration, human rights, money claims, personal injury, and many more. We are committed to providing you with the best legal advice suited to your individual circumstances. Drop us a call on 0203 500 8000. Our office is located at 62 Barking Road, East Ham, E6 3BP.
Why spend summer in your room when you can fly off to your dream destination with facilities like car hire and hotel bookings? Well, Flight Masters have got you covered. We offer holiday packages, city breaks, and flights at the most reasonable prices with the best provision of services. So why delay? Call us today on 0203 598 9938 or visit our website at www.flightmasters.com.
Do you dream of traveling to those blessed lands where the beloved of Allah was born? Does your heart yearn for Medina, the city of the beloved? If it is your time to experience a spiritual journey words cannot justify, then join us at Sam Travel and Tours and book your Hajj and Umrah packages today. We offer group and tailor-made packages for all your requirements. Based on Rumford Road in London, for our last 10 days Umrah package, please call us on 0208 478 8911.
Ramadan FM 2018.
The voice of British Muslims.
MR Accountants provide a full range of accountancy and taxation services, including annual and management accounts, self-assessment, tax returns, VAT, bookkeeping and payroll services to all different types of businesses. With our in-house chartered accountants, you can be guaranteed to save money. Contact us now on 0203 432 9138.
कितनी बार कहा है कि घर को साफ रखा करो। मैं तो थक गई हूँ सफाई कर करके।
उफ, ये कॉकरोच, चूहे, कीड़े मकोड़े घर में घुस आए हैं। कहाँ जाऊँ, किसको बुलाऊं?
माँ, बहन, बीवी और बच्चे, किसी को भी इंसेक्ट्स नहीं लगते हैं ये अच्छे। So don't worry, I'll call City Pest Control. Deal with cockroaches, mice, rats, bed bugs, fleas, flies, all types of insects and rodents. 0203 633 0080 or 0770 279 8808. www.cpestc.com. City Pest Control, large enough to cope, small enough to care. All our technicians are British Pest Control Association qualified and we are regulated by the Royal Society of Public Health.
This Ramadan, visit Al Akbar's for all your meat and poultry needs. We buy only the highest quality meat and are HMC registered. We've got some amazing offers on all our products this Ramadan and we provide free local delivery for all our customers. We also cater for restaurants and large events, so no matter how big or small your order is, Al Akbar's is the name to remember. Visit us now at 51 to 53 Upton Lane, Forest Gate, E7 9PA or call us at 0208 472 5742. Al Akbar's, the name to remember.
Yo, bro! Cuzzy's getting married and I need to get hold of a car.
Yar, I know some boys who know SPM car hire. They got the best cars in town. Rolls Royces, Ranges, Maseratis, Aston Martins. Cause you name it, they got it. With the best prices in town.
Sorted! Looks like I'm going to this wedding in a Range then.
They'll drop off the car and pick you up once you're done. Just give them a ring on 01798 397 916 or visit them online spmhire.com or find them on Instagram.
Looking for meat and groceries? Look no further than Waris Food Store in Walthamstow. Visit the store to view our special Ramadan offers. 420 Hull Street, Walthamstow, E17 9AA. Or for free delivery, call us on 0208 521 0000. We have fresh deliveries of poultry and vegetables every day. Waris Food Store in Walthamstow.
Reliance.
Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back, listeners. We are back on the radio waves per se, man. And we've got an addition to our team. We have Bilal Zafar with us. Assalamu alaikum, Bilal.
How you doing?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I'm really, really good, man. I'm really, really good. Thank you so much for coming in today.
That's okay.
We're really, really privileged to have you on the show. You were a little bit delayed, man. What kept you? What kept you?
I had an audition for something.
Okay.
But I'm not allowed to talk about it.
Okay.
Just tell us. You don't have to tell anyone else.
I had to sign before I could even get the script, I had to sign a
script. Hang on.
What?
Script.
Embargo.
Yeah. So are we talking like script?
What do you mean?
Like a movie script?
Yeah, it's a movie thing.
Ooh.
It's quite it's what do you call it? A confidentiality agreement. I had to sign that. Then they sent me the script.
MI5 and everything, yeah.
Yeah, it's a Hollywood thing,
okay.
Which is weird because I think a lot of stuff is filmed in the UK. I think it's cheaper for tax reasons or something.
Okay.
So I had to do an American accent and pretend to be
Can we hear your American accent?
No.
Okay.
No, I've been practicing all day.
Okay.
And I'm happy I don't have to do it anymore.
Awesome. Okay. Great. So okay, that's big news, man. Audition for a Hollywood movie. That's that's all right. That's all right.
Probably won't get it though. But it's good to have opportunities.
Hey, positive thinking, bro.
Yeah,
positive thinking. Inshallah, if it's the right thing, you'll get it. Awesome. So great. How's Ramadan going?
It's okay. It's a bit weird for me because compared to like my friends and stuff that have sort of normal jobs, my schedule is all over the place. So I'm traveling all the time. I'm out I've got like gigs outside of London and stuff. So sometimes I don't fast on those days if I've got like a 3-hour train journey.
Yeah.
It's too much to do a show as well.
I
I mean,
hear
I
you.
could if I was maybe better disciplined, but it's tough, isn't it? And you don't have to, do you? You don't have to fast. So
Yeah, you tell yourself that.
So it's a bit weird for me knowing when to sleep and, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas if I had
hear
like
you.
a normal day job, it'd maybe be a bit more straightforward.
Okay, I think you're quite similar, isn't it? Because you're not, you haven't got a job per se. When we say job,
You haven't got
when
a
we
job.
say job, what we mean is just over broke.
You sound like job is like a bad thing in life.
No,
and,
no. What I mean is, it's like a typical. What I mean by a job is you clock in at 9, you clock out at 5, and you do what you have to do. I mean, the great thing is that both of you guys are lucky enough, I would say, to do something that you're really, really passionate about.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So Bilal, look, just for the benefit of our listeners, man, just tell them what it is. What is it that you do, man?
I'm a stand-up comedian, mainly, and I do other bits of writing work, sometimes some acting.
Okay.
That's it, really.
Okay. Okay. So, how did you get into all of this, man?
So I did my first gig about 5 years ago. Basically, I wanted to write comedy for TV. That was my little ambition.
Okay.
And that's very hard to get into. It's a long story. But I realized I should just say stuff. I should just write stuff and try and say it on stage instead. It's much easier. And I tried that, about roughly, I guess, 5.5 years ago. So I was 21. I was in my last year of uni. And it's really difficult for me because I wasn't a public speaking type person at all. And then I've kept doing it, and now I think it's been like a couple of years now that I do it professionally.
Okay.
So I'm very lucky. So opportunities get better and better, and I think I'm getting better.
So where was this big break, man? Where did this big break come from?
There's a competition that I won in 2006. What are we
16.
now? Yeah, 2016 it was.
Yeah.
The Hackney Empire New Actor of the Year, which is a thing that's been around for like 30 years or something.
Okay.
And I won that, and then I got signed by quite a big agent, which was really nice. Then I did a solo show in Edinburgh, the Edinburgh Fringe, and that got nominated for an award, which is a big.
Was that the one where you did your sketch about the cafe?
Yeah. Cakes about
the cake shop. Yeah. That was quite funny.
Thanks. Yeah, luckily that was really that got loads of attention.
You know what? I was watching it, and when you came on, I was a bit cringy, man. I was a bit like, oh please, bro, come on, man. Yeah. And your first couple of jokes, it was just like, that kind of, when people laugh just to be polite. But by the end of it,
oh my god! Below the belt, isn't it?
No.
I don't know which video you watched either. That's the thing.
Okay, maybe it wasn't you.
No, it's very different as well. It's different for doing, because I don't do stuff for. I try and write stuff for everyone. So occasionally I do stuff for Muslim audiences. Yeah, but it's not meant to be just for Muslims.
Yeah.
So sometimes doing those rooms when it's just a Muslim audience, those can be a bit tough. So it's probably one of those.
Okay. All right. Let me get real with you now, bro.
Okay.
Because look, let's be honest. I've known you since you were tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was when your uncle or your granddad passed away. I think it was about. It wasn't then. It was after that. Because I think back then you were looking to get into sales or something. If I remember, we were sitting there. Do you remember we were talking in Sufyan's house? Yeah.
Well, I had a sales job in the day.
That's right.
I was doing comedy at night.
So then I think me, your brother, and Suf went out for a bite.
Yeah.
And I was like, so, and then I was working in sales, and I was like, how's Bilal, man? Tell him to come work with us, man. He said, and your brother was like, oh, he does comedy. And I was like, what? Bilal, like comedy? Like, he's like, what? Like proper comedy? He's like, yeah, stand up and everything. I'm like, Bilal wouldn't say boo to a goose. How can he stand up in front of an audience?
I think people confuse quietness and politeness with. I think people think comedians should be loud all the time when I'm more polite. I mean, especially because you're in like my cousin's house and I'm the youngest out of everyone as well by quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's sort of, you have your place, don't you? I'm not going to be shouting and stuff there.
Nah, not with me, bro. But yeah, anyway, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. So, okay, so you started off, you wanted to do this writing. Where'd you get your material from, man?
All over the place. So that first show about, people thought that my Twitter name, Zaffa Cakes, was a cake shop. Yeah, they thought that thing happened on that became a show, so that was lucky. My last show I just finished doing, I've just nearly finished the tour of, is all about online dating.
Okay.
And a lot of it is about using Muslim dating apps.
Okay.
Yeah. I've just done that. That's available. I've done it. I recorded it for Radio 4. Okay. And it's available online for free to listen to. Yeah. It's like 30 minutes, I think.
I think I've got it. I think your brother sent it to me.
Yeah. So that's been good. Yeah. So that's obviously where that. So I like to pick a topic and then I can write around that. Okay. So the dating stuff was quite good because for me it was about how my parents were they were introduced to each other by their parents, like probably a lot of our parents were. But then recently, because I've become the last, my two older brothers are married, and I'm the sort of last single one left, and so there's a bit of pressure on me. But how do I go about it? That's what the show's about.
Our fan's single as well, bro. So
back to cricket.
Can we?
But
any aunties, uncles listening out there?
But so am I. I'm not an expert in it.
I hear you.
I tried the apps and stuff, but it didn't really get me anywhere.
What did you think of it?
I don't really like. Have you tried?
No.
Bruv, his mum's listening in. He's not going to say anything, is
I
he?
think you're allowed to. I think when your mum encouraged you to be looking
in a halal
way,
on a
halal Tinder app. I think they're very weird. I find them quite awkward, personally.
Okay.
But I think it's good that it exists, though. Okay. I think it's positive
if you can make it work for you.
Yeah, I wasn't able to, but I'm sure people are.
Okay, awesome. All right, I just want to kick back to Arfan for a second, bro. And
Tinder to cricket.
Tinder to cricket, man. And let's you know what? That's a conversation that we need to have. But anyway. What we're saying is that
quick change of subject.
Quick change of subject. Very quick change of subject. What you were talking about was getting masjids involved in cricket.
Absolutely.
So talk to me, man. What's all that about?
Yeah, we're really fortunate. Most of the work we do is around community and their leaders. And there's a gentleman by the name of Mashud Haidar at Albert Road Mosque in Ilford. I used to work with him in a previous job, and I worked in the city for Barclays Capital. And he just randomly one day texted me saying, Arfan, I need your help. I've got 12 kids running around a mosque, and I don't know what I'm doing running a cricket session. And I honestly thought it was a wind-up. I genuinely did. So I sort of replied back, and what do you mean? When is it? Where is it? So we Monday night, 7 o'clock till 9:30. So my job is relatively volatile. Having a constant diary is hard, but I just knew I had to go to this session, and I was genuinely hand and heart blown away seeing these kids just having fun after madrasa and inside a mosque. It was hard to process that.
So hang on, they were playing cricket in the mosque.
Yeah,
hall.
On the ground floor where they
tennis ball and stuff. Yeah?
Tennis ball is normally where they keep the tables and chairs, so we had to stack those up in the corner. And I promise you, writing the risk assessment was good fun. But that really opened my eyes up around trying to get into communities who are dying for access. It sort of brought back to joking aside, but it brought back to what you said earlier on about my sort of journey in cricket. A 4 or 5 year old playing in the garden, and it's no different. It's just friends want to play cricket. They don't see space as an obstacle. They see space as, well, how can we adapt ourselves to playing it? And that's our biggest strength, if you like. In Essex, we have a campaign where everywhere's a cricket ground, and that is that perception of look around, what's dangerous, what's not, can we play a game, let's get on with it. And that's then further discussions with Barking Road Mosque, Al Medina, and that's they've got their own little sports hall, so we've run cricket sessions out of there. And the Albert Road Mosque, the Ilford Without Boundaries, I think they've called themselves now. They've got an outdoor all-star session, and that's really has grown from strength to strength. Some 30 kids, boys and girls, playing cricket from the ages of 5 to up to about 11.
They do that at Ilford Cricket Club as well, isn't it? The All Stars. Did we do it at Wanstead? We do it at Wanstead. So All Stars is a national campaign from the ECB for 5 to 8 year olds, trying to get them into cricket, and then hopefully the program will allow sort of recreational clubs, or in our case, a lot of partners within those communities to activate that to set up junior sections. Okay. So in terms of moving on and getting more masjids involved, are you kind of looking into that, or is that something you got your feelers out at the moment?
Yeah, I'll say not just masjids, actually, anywhere. If nurseries, we've got a conversation, I believe, next week with the Gurdwara, and it really is about talking to them and finding out ways in cricket can potentially be part of their day-to-day lives. What you got to appreciate is the kids have a love for the game. So what a lot of the mosques, or both the mosques we work with, they've used it as a sort of reward. So if they study well, they do all the right things, then actually they get the opportunity to go and play within these sessions. Others have done it through their health and well-being agenda, and trying to really use historical references to religion about being healthy as part of your day-to-day routine. So again, they've activated cricket for those reasons. I will repeat and say, we're open to all sorts of conversations, because at the end of the day, we want people playing cricket.
Awesome, man. So, Muz, if you're still listening, man, you want to have a chat with Arf and get something sorted out in terms of getting our kids engaged as well. So, 100%. If the kids are good, then they get to play a bit of cricket. If they're naughty, then they just stack the tables up and watch everybody else play cricket. It's as simple and as straightforward.
But do they have to play in their jubba?
Playing whatever they want.
Bro, that's a bit,
I couldn't imagine playing in a jubba.
That is a bit restrictive, man.
It is very. How you meant to bowl? How you meant to run between the
Don't
wickets?
ask me why, but I tried to do a flying kick the other day in my jubba.
I've tried that before. Oh no, have you ever tried missing a puddle in your jubba?
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's the worst one.
Yeah, when you try and jump over it. And you
biomechanically trying to run in straight lines and making sure your body always aligned in a straight line. I tell you what, it's a good thing.
What's that for the jubba?
Jubba. Kids sort of running sort of left, right all the time.
It's just the gait pattern goes a little bit, isn't it? Yeah. So it's all good, man. It's all good. So tell us a joke, Zafir. No, okay. All right.
That's nice with cricket, because like my mosque had
that was good.
When I was younger, was like a little while ago, we had they do football, South Woodford Masjid, and lots of places do football. But football is it's a bit aggressive, isn't it? Like a lot of fights break out, even between Muslim teams and stuff.
Don't know what you mean, mate.
Yeah.
Never seen a fight on a Tuesday night at Power League, have we, mate?
No. Whereas cricket is so much more. Even just, I go to a lot of football and I go to cricket sometimes. Just the vibe is so much more respectful at cricket. Like I think, was it last year? No, the year before, Pakistan played England at Lords, and Pakistan played really well. And
but which day did you go to?
I think it was day 4 or something.
Oh, you went to day 4?
This was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I went to day 1.
Oh, yeah,
when Misbah got 100 and did the press-ups. So
nice.
I bumped into our friend, our fan there as well.
But everyone was very respectful, weren't they? I mean, in terms of the crowd, everyone's applauding. Whereas at football, it's like so aggressive, so angry. Even from whether you're playing or just watching, there's so much,
I think your point is valid. I'll use an example. One of the things I'm genuinely hand on heart proud of. I was working with the MCC for this test match at Lords, and they sort of consulted me around the customer experience. And one of them, they were the ones who identified that the test match was during Ramadan and it will overlap on a Friday. So they converted 3 of their back buildings into prayer rooms, and that for me shows cricket really gets it. It's not just a customer coming in, spending their money for watching a sport, buying drinks and food and going home. They realised, and they also did the tenure announcements for the prayer room in Urdu. So again, an established old colonial type organisation actually just turning around and going, no, we want to listen to the community. You're going to represent a percentage of people that come down, and that's what's really, really exciting about working in cricket. You get people who do think of the bigger, wider experiences, which is relatively important.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome. So you talk about cricket, Bilal. Who's your team?
In cricket?
No. Football.
In football, Arsenal.
Oh, man.
Proper team.
Let me introduce you then to our fan, who is also an avid Arsenal fan as well.
I've got a season ticket for the first time.
Have you?
Yeah.
Is that because Wenger's out?
No, just because no.
Shall I tell you what? On that note,
well, that is
you know, you guys can carry on.
All right.
Go on.
No, it's just because it became available. But it is a nice time, start of a new era and stuff, isn't it? I'm not a angry anti-Wenger person.
No, me neither.
I think you probably should have gone, but I'm not. I love
There's
it.
actually a bit of a message in it, and I will get this off my chest, as I've been saying to a lot of my friends. I believe his biggest success has been the last 10 years because of everything that he had to put up with new stadium budgets, the way he built the stadium. He was the man behind it. Everything from the psychological and the science of the way the change rooms are, and the things you see when you enter the ground, the training facility. He pioneered it. He led.
He's definitely been treated harshly.
Yeah.
When did Liverpool last win a trophy?
Yeah, Shoaib, when was Liverpool last win a trophy, bro?
I just switched my mic off there. I'm just switching it off to say Arsenal are the new Liverpool, and now I'm switching it back off again.
Oh God! but the point,
is that a compliment or an insult? I don't know what that means.
Definitely an insult.
But I'll leave it with this thought around. We live in an instant society. We live in a society where everybody wants an opinion and everybody wants to make sure that their voice is heard. And actually, a lot of it is illogical and not with thought. And I always say, think of supporting a football club like bringing up your child. If it's all about success and it's all about winning trophies and finish the season, if you don't win the Champions League or the Premier League, we're going to disown you, which is exactly the type of experience people are going through. Then I think you need to take a seriously long look in the mirror.
I also support Leyton Orient, but I don't go as much as I do. You as well? Yeah, I don't go as I used to go a bit more.
We need your money.
No, I would. I do enjoy going, but I just mean the experience is so different. Where the fans aren't spoiled, basically, so it's way more fun to go. Even when we lose, like they play well, and it's everyone, is kind of happy and applauding.
Sorry, Bilal. So I've collected my toys back into my cart now.
Okay.
And, composed. The last time we won the league was 1990.
Okay.
The last time we won the FA Cup.
Oh yeah.
Was 2006.
Really?
Yeah. The last time we won the League Cup was 2012.
That's the one you got.
And the last time we won the Champions League was 2005. Yeah. So,
what do you think of that sheikh that said Mo Salah got injured because he didn't fast? Did you see that?
Mate, it's shocking, man.
Don't you hate that?
I tell you what's funnier.
Yeah,
I tell you what's funnier than that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme going around about the Tunisian football team?
No.
No? So the Tunisian football team fasting while they're playing.
Yeah. Really?
So what the goalkeeper did at iftar time, he just went down injured.
I heard. Yeah.
Just went down injured. And everyone's going to the sidelines doing a quick iftar, and then all of a sudden the goalkeeper's all right again. Happy days.
He's done it a couple of times.
He's done it a couple of times.
Sounds like Ashley Young.
Yeah, but he just goes down anyway. He doesn't need to be fasting to go down. But look, they were what were we saying? Yeah, so look, coming back to what you're saying, Liverpool, look, I think they had a pretty reasonable season.
Oh no, they did, of course.
All in. Nobody really expected them to get to the Champions League final. I think, to be fair, Liverpool Football Club, minus the goalkeeper, everyone on the outfield played a good game. Salah got injured. Yes, he did. Even when he went off, it was a bit of a... You could tell it affected them. But they got through to half-time, came back out, and they had a plan, and they stuck to it. Unfortunately, it was two awful...
mistakes.
Two awful mistakes from the goalkeeper.
And the best goal ever, unfortunately.
That was all right. Yeah, but that would have been 1-1, innit?
Yeah, but that was amazing.
Yeah, it was serious.
I hope he doesn't sign for Man U. Bale.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed.
So do I. Listen,
yeah.
One sec. Usman in the Usman in the background. Is Bilal's mic working? Just to double check. Can you hear me? Usman, are you listening?
In a kip.
No.
I can hear myself fine.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I literally can't hear you.
Mhm.
All right, cool. So yes. So what are your thoughts, man? You've got a new manager.
Yeah.
Yes, man.
Bilal, talk to me, man. What's going on?
I'm excited. You can't really say anything right now, though. I mean, you have to wait and see. But from things I've read and stuff, it seems, it's exciting. Just got Aubameyang as well last season, halfway through last season. I think he could be really good.
Yeah.
Next season, hopefully.
Where does that leave Lacazette, though?
They can both play.
Yeah.
You reckon?
You need more than one striker, yeah.
I'm just going to say that as well.
But would is Lacazette going to be happy to sit on the bench?
He hasn't. He's played the last 5 games with Aubameyang, and both of them, to be fair, look threatening.
Okay.
Played on the left. Aubameyang played on the left, Lacazette down the middle, and they just interchanged.
Yeah. And Ozil just in behind?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair play. So, I mean, we're talking about Lacazette's and Ozil's and Aubameyangs. I was listening in to TalkSport on the way in today.
No. Sorry to hear that.
And I understand you guys are trying to sign Marouane Fellaini.
Oh, yeah. I think that's not true now.
Yeah,
right?
I think they've just when we got here before, there's no communication between either club or individual player.
So are we sure? Are you just kind of
That's the latest.
Listen,
thing.
hashtag Sky Sources.
Is that a united front between yous two?
No, listen.
Okay.
What right and say do I have in the Arsenal saying? It's just what they were saying.
Okay. I hear you, man.
If it was me, blimey, I'd have
That would be
11 strikers.
Don't you think that would be a step back though? If that was kind of in the
well,
pipeline?
it kind of, but not if he's not a first team player. Then it doesn't really matter, does it? Like we just signed a 34-year-old right back, and he's not going to be. He's a backup player. So. Yeah, but that there's no negative there, is there? Same with I really don't like Fellaini, but you imagine he'd be some sort of backup. I don't know. No, I'm glad. I don't think we're getting him.
I think the truth is you're looking for a player with a certain profile that fits the philosophy and the vision of the club. And I think what Arsenal, let's be bluntly honest, they've got enough flair players, but where they really need a player is probably in centre mid and in a defensive role. That sort of Patrick Vieira would be a dream, but that type of role. So I think attacking wise, they've got quite a lot of ammunition. Defensively, with Koscielny out and potentially with an Achilles, that's 6 or 9 month job. As much as for different reasons, I like Mustafi, but he's unreliable and he loves flying into tackles and leaving the other centre back exposed. So I think 2 centre backs, because I think Monreal's been brilliant.
He's like I find Mustafi's like a second coming of Skirtle. Do you remember Skirtle at Liverpool? He's like a second coming Mustafi, man.
Or he's exceeded his
No. Skirtle was serious. I remember watching one game. It was a Tottenham-Liverpool game, and Skirtle's gone in on Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale was trying to skin him. He's gone in. He's got the ball, but followed through on the man, and Gareth Bale's just smashed into the advertising boards on the side. And you know those ones, guys, where you like, as soon as you get tackled, you get up. Like, yeah, I'm fine. And then he was like, no, forget that. I ain't fine, man. I ain't fine. He put that down. He was like, took him out. He's a nutter, absolute nutter. But Mustafi's a little bit like that as well, isn't he? He has his little moments of red mist, bruv, man. I hear that. But
maybe, I don't know, if Emery is more of if he can set us up better defensively. I think we'd be really good if we could defend. Same with Liverpool, really. If you could defend, you'd be very good, but you can't.
Well, to be fair,
you had a good season, but
second half of the season we were better once
you
Van
threw
Dijk
away a
came
lot
in.
of points stupidly.
Yes,
because you can't really defend that well. But that's kind of like Arsenal. But we've had a terrible season. But usually that's what we're like.
Can I sort of for a question? And obviously, being a Liverpool fan that you are, and the way you've treated your goalkeeper, it must be disappointing hearing the news today.
What about him getting concussed and all that?
Yeah, and the social media and everything else that you got. No, basically just the abuse this poor bloke.
The threats you sent him.
Threats.
Bruv, look. Let's be honest, yeah. Let's be honest, yeah. We're all human. We all make mistakes. We need to get behind each other. We need to put an arm around his shoulder. He will play football. He will get over it. Honestly, just not at Liverpool Football Club.
He's gonna leave. He should leave, shouldn't he?
He's not gonna.
But I go back to, and I say it in tongue in cheek, but I said it as a joke earlier. But I mean what I said around. We do live in an instant, and all of a sudden he's now seen as a failure. But actually, his journey from childhood to playing in the Champions League final, there's so many successes. And you know what will end up happening? He will go join Everton, and they'll win the Champions Leagues in 4 years' time. He'll keep a clean sheet, and you'll be spewing.
that is fantasy writing at its best, to be fair. But look, I mean, the thing is this, yeah. You're quite right, because towards the end of the season, this guy was winning me over. He was making some decent saves, some important saves at important points in important matches. He looked a lot more in control of his box, coming out a little bit more commanding. So I actually had confidence in the guy until he literally just threw the ball into his own net twice in the same game, which just defies any level of sort of...
Has anyone worked out what point he apparently got concussion? Because people think
a few minutes before.
Ramos took him out.
Was that before he passed it to Benzema?
Yeah, one would hope so.
No, it was.
One would hope so. Yeah.
Isn't it a shame how defensive players and goalkeepers, they make one mistake and that's it, whereas a striker can miss so many chances?
Yeah, I hear that, and I suppose cricket's a bit similar, isn't it, bro? Because as a bowler, you get smashed for 36 off an over, you get smashed for 30 or 20 or whatever it is off an over. It doesn't matter, you still got the next ball, you still got the next over, but as a batsman, you get a low score or you get a couple of no scores, and you're struggling.
That must be tough, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it like, Arfan?
I'm so used to it that I actually don't know what scoring runs feels like. It's just a normal Saturday occurrence.
You got what, 600, 700, 800 runs last year?
I did all right. Managed to sneak a few past second slip for 4. Yeah. It's captain's fault not putting fielders there.
Happy days. Happy days. So what are you thinking about this current test match, guys, man? This test match series, Pakistan series. Bilal, actually, you Bilal can stay quiet. You talk too much. You definitely talk too much, Arfan. So let's get Hadar Ali's thoughts on this. So he talks a lot as well, just not when he's in the studio. Yes, test match, Pakistan. What did you think?
I watched the second day.
Okay.
I was appalled with how Pakistan's playing. With how they chose to bat first on the pitch, where the pitch report said that they should bowl first. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And the way they were playing, it was appalling, man. It got to me. It hurt me because we were doing quite well the last test series. And then come to this series, they've just gone down the drain.
Yeah, so the last series a couple of years ago, we did really well. Even the first test match in Lords, it's like there was 2 totally different teams out. And it was only one player that was missing, which was Babar Azam was missing, isn't it? And Salahuddin came in, who blocked the life out of it for 33, and he didn't hit a single boundary.
You speak as if you know from someone who blocks the hell out.
I taught him. I coached the guy since he was 7, man. He had a perfect forward defense, like someone that you know. I mean, guys, what were your thoughts? What did you think? Where did it all go wrong, man?
Well, that's the thing. I don't think it did go wrong. I think Pakistan were expected to lose 2-0. English conditions with Broad and Anderson and England sort of dogged batting. I think it was a huge success for Pakistan, and I'll take a step back in why I say that. They did 2 things which I thought was, historically through cultural reasons was beyond them. They trained 6 weeks prior to the first test match. 2 weeks were spent in Pakistan where they tried to mimic English bowling conditions, i.e. green seamers. They purchased quite a lot of Duke's cricket balls, which they're used in England, swinging and seaming balls. And then they arrived 4 weeks before the first test match. I remember England went to Australia 10 days before the Ashes and played, let's be honest, a Mickey Mouse 3 or 4 day sort of warm-up game, but actually they trained hard of it. And another thing is what Mickey Arthur's done around fitness. He's made that the absolute fundamental requirement to get into the side. These guys are fit. And who would have thought a Pakistan cricket team
Yeah.
that has got fitness levels behind them, preparation and discipline,
Yeah.
and stuff. I think when you're playing, I think was it 4 players from that side played in the previous series that Bilal was talking about earlier on. 4 players. So that's effectively you're taking a squad of 11, 12 who are relatively new to English conditions. Yes, they played in, some of them played in the Champions Trophy last year, but Test cricket and one-day cricket with a white ball that does nothing compared to a red ball that moves around corners.
Sure.
They've done a quite remarkable and incredible job.
Okay.
Obviously, their strength is their bowling. Let's be honest, they've got a world-class bowling attack.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a failure. I do have to agree with Heather around they made England's mistake at Lords in winning the toss and bowling, and I think they could have been batting. They could have been a bit smarter with that, and realised that it's going to juice up the first couple of sessions. Let's see if we can put England under pressure, and they would have been under pressure with batsmen not scoring runs.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Bilal, what are your thoughts, man?
Same, really. Yeah, I was disappointed. They kind of, that's what we saw. I mean, overall, I think they should be really proud of themselves, Pakistan. But that's kind of what we expect of them, to have no discipline, lose wickets very quickly, and sort of struggle through. That's kind of, we're kind of used to seeing that, aren't we? Unfortunately. But then after Pakistan got all out, England batted quite well, didn't they? And the outfield was really quick. So you can see why they chose to bat first. It wasn't that shocking, was it?
No.
Do you think?
No.
England were playing a lot of shots. That's frustrating, wasn't it? But no, overall, I was happy with them getting a draw
out of the series. Okay. So this is a question I'll put to you then, Af, being the technical one amongst us per se. Is so first Test match, we did lots of things really, really well. Yeah. So even the commentators and stuff, they were saying, well, England, the Pakistan team have batted how the English, they literally taught the English team how to bat.
Yeah.
Okay. So where did that get lost in translation between the first Test and the second Test?
I think you're absolutely right. I think technically, if you watch the way the Pakistan players played, they played it late, they played it under their eyes, and they were hugely disciplined. I think Babar Azam makes a huge difference because he's technically very, very well gifted. And at number 3, that's it's a huge position in your side that you've got to obviously replace. If you watch the way they got out in the second Test match, it was either playing across the line, getting bowled in LBW, or playing sort of fifth stump line, so chasing that balls.
Yeah.
And they very rarely did that in the first Test match. Now I don't know if that was down to the adrenaline of the success at Lords, and it's kind of, well, if we walk away and we lose and we get a draw, we go home successful. I doubt it, because Mickey Arthur's been working really, really hard around the mental toughness and the mindset of the team. But having said that, England's bowling attack in these conditions, let's be honest, they're great. Yeah, you can't undermine them. You've got two of the opening bowlers that have taken 900 Test wickets, and Wokes in those conditions, again, will destroy you, really. So give them credit. The biggest shame of it all is just it's a two Test match series and not a 3 Test match series, because I think Pakistan would have then went away, reviewed, reflected, and gone, right, we were so disciplined in the first Test match.
Okay. Here's a statement for you. A 3rd Test match at the Oval would have been interesting. What are your thoughts? Particularly at the Oval, where it's a pretty good deck. Little bit in it for the bowlers as well. I think the venue played into England's hands a little bit as well. Being in the second Test, being at Leeds, being really cloudy, and with the damp and swing and all the rest of it. But yeah, and Pakistan have got some good memories of the Oval as well, haven't they?
Yeah, I'll go back to it. I don't think it's the technical aspect. I think it's the mindset. Would they have come out having lost the second Test match? Would they have reflected and gone back and reminding themselves of all the disciplines and the good stuff that won the first Test match? Or would they, as an inexperienced young side, go on sort of crippled? But that's what Test cricket is. It is the ultimate challenge. It's called Test for a reason. I would love to have seen that personally.
Okay. All right. Great. So, Haider Ali, Bilal, who are you rating, Irfan, in the Pakistan team at this moment in time? Who's kind of caught your eye in terms of you're thinking, oh, because there's lots of new players, right?
I've forgotten his name. Who's the one who got the most wickets in the series? He got
the opening bowler.
Abbas.
Mohammed
Abbas.
How long has he been around for?
He's from Duska, you know.
Serious?
He's from Duska, bruv.
Okay.
Guess who's from Duska?
Are you from Duska?
Yeah.
I knew that.
His mum's from Duska.
My mum's from
Duska. So our family's from Duska. So Duska is, you've heard of Sialkot, right?
Yep.
And you've heard of Gujranwala, right?
Yeah.
So in between the two is a town called Duska. And it's quite interesting. I found it interesting anyway. But let me bore the viewers, for viewers, the listeners even, for a little while. The reason it's called Duska is very simple because Gujranwala is 10 miles this way from Duska, and Sialkot is 10 miles the other way. So originally, apparently, please, anybody out there who can affirm this statement or correct me if I'm wrong or lost in translation, it was originally called Dasgah.
Right?
10
houses or...
Well, whatever. But I don't know what the car really... But I'm taking me as like 10 miles or 10 miles or whatever. But it's literally... Because it's 10 miles this way, 10 miles this way. So anyway, long story short, man. Muhammad Abbas apparently he's from Duska. So we'll probably know him from somewhere.
Comes from good genes,
yeah. We'll have to get on the phone to Adnan, innit? Get on the phone to Adnan, innit, bro? And say, Adnan, well, go on, bro. Do you know him? Our cousin in Pakistan. Okay, yeah. So Muhammad Abbas, you're saying?
Yeah.
He looks quite old, though, doesn't he? Is he old or does he just...
he might just look old.
It just depends on which passport.
I don't know how old he is. I've got no idea.
Off?
No.
Your brethren? You don't know him? You know most of these guys.
I haven't got a clue his age, bro.
Okay.
I assumed he was young.
It's not the second question I ask people normally.
Hey, how you doing? How old are you? Okay. Off. Who stuck out for you?
The leg spinner.
Shadab. We've seen him before, though, man. We've seen Shadab
but
before.
you say see before, but I believe in development. I think people progress, and we get obsessed with someone comes in. It's a typical sort of subcontinent thing. We expect the world from them, and yeah, he's someone who's interested in me, especially as Yasser Shah was obviously cemented his place in the team for 10 years, you know, that sort of mindset. But he's come in and been patient. But what he has done is he's added the batting balance to that side and showed a lot of character. And winning isn't necessarily about just your skills and your ability and your talent, but it's actually under tough conditions, you got to perform. And he showed a top order at times on both sides. What it means to get stuck in.
It's finding a way, innit? Just finding a way to get runs, mate.
And selfishly, because having worked with him, I was just so pleased and impressed and proud of the way Mohamed Amir has come back into the side and leading that bowling attack. That for me is, shows a lot about him as well. And I still don't think he's anywhere near his optimum, which he will get to.
Haider Ali?
What he said.
Okay. Okay.
What about you?
There's a charge for that, bro.
What about me? Do you know what? Babar Azam batted really, really well in the first innings.
Yeah.
I thought Azhar Ali batted really well in the first innings at Lords, but the second innings he just looked awful when he came out. He looked all over the place. He was playing around straight ones, and you could tell he was going to snick off or play around a straight one any time. Imam ul Haq looks like a very, very decent player, but he can't buy a run per se. But I think there's lots of potential there, to be honest. I mean, Imam ul Haq needs to get a big score. Haris Sahel looks like a decent player as well. You know, in the second innings at Lords, when he just came out and there was like 30-40 to win and the shackles were off and there was no pressure, he just came out and played some lovely shots. So he was quite impressive. Bowling wise, 100% Amir is starting to come back into his own, especially now that people are catching off of his bowling now as well.
Catching.
Because that last I mean, and again, you know, we can open this up, it's not a problem. I just felt, you know, last series when he came back after his whole thing, I felt people were dropping catches off of his bowling on purpose.
No, I think Pakistanis just can't catch.
Yeah, I think
until recently.
I think in international cricket, it's the results absolutely outdoes any individual. So I completely agree. I think that had to do with the culture and the mindset of the team, and hence why I think Mickey Arthur, South African gentleman, has really embraced and changed the whole culture within that Pakistan team. And what I love is he's not taken away their passion, their emotion, very emotional country. He's allowed that to be part of it, but he's just fine-tuned it. He's sort of telling them when is the time you become very emotional and when is the time you just have to dig in. I thought Yunus Khan and Mohammed Yusuf and those type of players were artists at that, where they knew the bowlers are on top. Let's just take a step back and let's just dig into the game. Let's stick in the game. Let's not give ourselves wicket away trying to have a battle with the bowler, and all of a sudden we're 70 for 5 and we're out of the test match. So yeah, I international sport, international cricket, I highly doubt people would drop him. It was just the mindset, lack of training and stuff like that.
Did people dislike him generally in the team? Is that a thing?
I don't think. Are you asking my opinion?
Yeah.
And not now.
If you think they were dropping him on purpose?
Not now. I don't think so, because maybe when he came back into the team, there might have been people who were in the team before who had too much to say or something to say about him coming back in, and there may have been a bit of friction. But I think now with the new young crop of players, they almost kind of look up to him. They see his skill set, and all he's being judged for is his skill set at this moment in time. So I don't, and that's where honestly I feel for him the shackles have come off a little bit, and he's just running in and he's bowling a lot more freely. He's in an environment which is conducive to him actually going out and performing positively. That's what I think.
Look, I'll throw it a bit deeper. I've become very close friends with him. So he was our so Essex signed him last season, and I was the play liaison officer. So I picked him up the day after Pakistan won the Champions Trophy. And for me, it was exactly those perceptions and stuff. And he was, without wishing to go into private conversations, you could tell he just felt like a kid in a sweet shop playing cricket with his mates. And that for me was the most I suppose inspiring or enjoyable moment, whereas it wasn't a case of I proved everybody wrong. It was not for a moment he said that.
That's nice. I mean, he was so young when that happened anyway,
Again, it goes back to religion to an extent, doesn't it? We're very quick. It's always about intentions, but the biggest part of any religion, and it's not just Islam, but any religion, when you've made a mistake, you're strong enough to ask forgiveness. And that was the first thing he did in the training camp when he joined Pakistan. His first training camp when he got called up, because if you remember Azhar Ali, Mohammed Hafiz and others said they're not coming to the training camp if he's in there. And Mickey had to sort of manage that, and his first thing, he allowed him to have those individual chats, and look at how they've embraced him now. In fact, I think Azhar Ali resigned as captain on the back of it, didn't he, initially? So it just shows you that if your intentions are good and you know you've made a mistake and you've put your hand up, that's the fundamental belief of any religion, not just Islam, and he's been embraced because of that.
No, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah,
and I tell you why I say that. Sorry, that sounded like a bit of a random comment.
That's a man love.
Yeah. But I tell you where that kind of came from is he did an interview with Michael Atherton. 2 years ago when he came back, and it was quite a Michael Atherton dug quite deep and asked some pretty searching questions within that interview. They the sort of thing that they play at during lunch, during the test match and stuff. And during that interview, it kind of endeared him to you, because you thought, what, he's actually seems like a genuinely nice guy who just made an honest mistake, got caught up in the wrong place, wrong time, all that kind of stuff. And he genuinely kind of just wants to go out there and start plying his trade again, So that's where that comes from. It wasn't totally random.
Yeah, good man love moment. To be honest, I completely agree.
We love you, Amir.
Just the way he was also treated within the Essex changing room. There's a little bit of nervousness up front. This guy's a superstar, but how is he going to do it? But he completely changed games of cricket when he had the ball in his hand, and he celebrated his county wickets like they were Test wickets, and all of a sudden the boys in the change room are like, this guy is not only the X factor, he's given his whole body and mind to run in and bowl for us. And those are how you change people's hearts and minds, not through talking and what actions. There's a couple of really good examples, and wish again keeping some of it in confidence. But as a lad in our who was playing a game of cricket last August, he was 15 years of age. Was about to take his first ever 5-wicket haul. His dad was the captain of the team. He had 1 over left, the team were 9 down, and his dad said, better come and have a bowl. And he went, Dad, I don't feel well. And his dad was like, sorry? He went, Dad, I don't feel well. He's like, go on, have a bowl. He went, honestly, I don't feel well. And his dad, all right, leave it. Rest. He woke up the next morning. He says, Dad, I don't feel well. I'm not going to play on the Sunday friendly. He's all right, just rest. On Monday, he was taken to see his GP. His GP said he's just got a bit of poisoning or whatever. He's weak. Just rest. On Friday, he was in a coma. And his biggest fan, he's the biggest fan of Mohammed Amir. Moment Mohammed Amir found out, he sent him a video. He sent him some just a good luck message to him, personal, not one of those social media ones, which whatnot. And secondly, he also sent him some stuff to wish him well. And then when I saw Amir in December, the first thing he asked me was, how's he doing? And that for me is special. When a player of that caliber, of high profile, millions of followers around the world, they could easily be distracted and put away. But I think having lost what he loved for 5 years has really sort of focused his mind, and also started to understand the importance of reality and humanity and stuff like that. So, and they're one of many stories, but that one's just the one that sort of sticks at the top of my mind.
Okay,
that then goes to show that that only goes to show that he's a real sportsman. And that's proper sportsmanship, because sportsmanship is not only just you know how to play the game and you know how to play it well. It's about how you communicate with your fans, how you communicate with other people around you, and how humble you are to be a player of that caliber and still be able to care for others. And that's what amazes me.
Pure respect, isn't it?
Literally,
it's based on respect.
A lot of respect.
Pure man love coming out today. So, gentlemen, what are we having for iftar tonight, man? What's the plan, Bilal?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I have no idea, because
whatever mum happens to cook. Or?
Well, that's the thing, because my parents do a lot of the mosque, supper from mosque, so they might be there. So I might go straight there, or I might go home. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Trying
to avoid oily stuff though.
Okay.
I get a lot of heartburn very easily, especially in Ramadan. Horrible.
Yeah. It's not nice.
The problem is that's what everyone eats.
It's not nice. Yeah. I hear you, man. I hear you. We've tried to cut that out. Haider Ali, what's the plan, bro?
I don't know, bro. I still don't know what we're doing after.
Okay, well, we've got to sort out the itikaf after this, isn't it? Yeah. And hopefully there's those of you who are listening, you need to come and join us for itikaf, inshallah. Yeah, we're going to be signing everyone up, getting everybody sorted out.
I might do that tonight, actually.
What, help out at the masjid?
But South Woodford.
Okay, yeah, not here.
I have to be loyal to my to my team.
Typical Arsenal fan. Typical Arsenal fan.
I'm hoping and praying for some samosa.
Oh man, that's exactly what he doesn't want.
I know, that's why I said it as well, just to sort of make him feel a bit.
Do you like some samosa for that, bro?
One of my weaklings.
I do like
which ones?
Meat, right?
Meat, yeah.
Vegetable is
What's
just like
the
point
of
vegetables? Nobody likes it. Dude.
That's like trying to be healthy, but then
it's not.
That's like when you have a game of cricket in the middle of like I don't know, Sussex, and you know the food's not halal, and because you're so desperate for samosa, you'll end up having the vegetable as a starter.
Yeah. Guys, come on, man. We need to put this out there to the guys. Yeah. Vegetable samosa or meat samosa, bruv. For me, it's not a samosa if there's no meat in it. It's as simple and as straightforward as that. And a chicken samosa. I mean, what are we saying here?
I don't think I've had that.
Can't make up your mind. Am I veg? Am I not veg? What's going on? Which way am I? Yeah. So guys, call in. Let us know, man. What are you saying? If there's fans of a vegetable samosa out there, I would love to hear from you and understand why, because I don't think any of us can understand why. Am I right in saying that, gentlemen?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, great. Maybe some of the sisters out there, I know my mum loves a vegetable samosa.
Oh, really?
You know what? They're amazing vegetable samosa. They're so nice.
Bruv, you've just done a total U-turn.
That's because I'm scared of your mum.
Okay. There you go. That's a good job she's not listening, but there you go. My
she's
wife,
not.
My
Right,
wife,
back to meet Muslim.
my wife's listening though, and you have met my wife, so you better start being even
But you know
more
what,
so.
yeah? Have you ever tried Nirala vegetable samosa?
No.
Bro,
it's
is this
really nice.
Is this the point where I have to walk out of this office?
It might have to be, but I've got to put this out there and say Nirala vegetable samosa, and it's the only one they do. They don't do meat. They only do vegetable.
And also, Heather Ali, I can't even challenge his food loving skills.
No. On that note, I think we have to come off the mic and have this conversation, guys. We're gonna have a little time out here. Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, veg meat.
थक गई हूँ सफाई कर करके।
उफ, ये कॉकरोच, चूहे, कीड़े मकोड़े घर में घुस आए हैं। कहाँ जाऊँ, किसको बुलाऊं?
माँ, बहन, बीवी और बच्चे, किसी को भी इंसेक्ट्स नहीं लगते हैं ये अच्छे। So don't worry, I'll call City Pest Control. Deal with cockroaches, mice, rats, bed bugs, fleas, flies, all types of insects and rodents. 0203 633 0080 or 0770 279 8808. www.cpestc.com. City Pest Control, large enough to cope, small enough to care. All our technicians are British Pest Control Association qualified, and we are regulated by the Royal Society of Public Health.
This Ramadan, visit Al Akbar's for all your meat and poultry needs. We buy only the highest quality meat and are HMC registered. We've got some amazing offers on all our products this Ramadan, and we provide free local delivery for all our customers. We also cater for restaurants and large events, so no matter how big or small your order is, Al Akbar's is the name to remember. Visit us now at 51 to 53 Upton Lane, Forest Gate, E7 9PA, or call us at 0208 472 5742. Al Akbar's, the name to remember.
Yo, bro! Cuzzy's getting married and I need to get hold of a car.
Yar, I know some boys who know SPM car hire. They got the best cars in town. Rolls Royces, Ranges, Maseratis, Aston Martins. Cause you name it, they got it. With the best prices in town.
Sorted! Looks like I'm going to this wedding in a Range then.
They'll drop off the car and pick you up once you're done. Just give them a ring on 01798 397 916 or visit them online spmhire.com or find them on Instagram.
Looking for meat and groceries? Look no further than Waris Food Store in Walthamstow. Visit the store to view our special Ramadan offers. 420 Hull Street, Walthamstow, E17 9AA. Or for free delivery, call us on 0208 521 0000. We have fresh deliveries of poultry and vegetables every day. Waris Food Store in Walthamstow.
Reliance Solicitors fight to protect your legal rights. Our firm offers a wide range of services including immigration, family law, commercial law, civil litigation, personal injury, landlord and tenant disputes and employment law. Visit us at 602A High Road, 7 Kings, Ilford, IG3 8BU or call 0207 183 5439. Reliance Solicitors, where every client matters.
Bridgen Solicitors in Ilford, the name you can trust. We provide services in immigration, family law, landlord and tenant matters, commercial leases and civil litigation. We also deal in personal injury claim and road traffic accidents. Call us on 0203 475 4545. Visit us at 170 Cranbrook Road, Ilford, IG1 4LX.
Ramadan FM 2018.
The voice of British Muslims.
Atlantic Distributions. Whether it is frozen fish, marinated Lahori masala fish, or lamb offals, we have them available at very competitive prices. We are wholesale suppliers to restaurants, butchers, and caterers. Visit us at 51 to 53 Upton Lane, London, E7 9PA. Contact us on 07415 474 185.
Usman needs the adhesive to work. If not, his day will be a disaster. Ah! So, Usman, if you really need something to bond, grab a tube of CT1 from your local stockist, an incredibly powerful sealant and construction adhesive that's fast, flexible and strong. It can be used anywhere, even underwater. For more info, ct1limited.com or follow us on Facebook or ring us on 0208 555 1448.
In an age of technological advancement, mass communication and social media, having the right website and app can be the difference that your business needs. AppSite Tech are here to take your business to the next level. No matter how simple or how sophisticated your requirements are, our technicians will work with you to create a bespoke website and app for your organization. Call us now on 0753 808112 or visit appsitetech.co.uk and book your free consultation now.
Amigos, the signature name when it comes to burgers and shakes. Our succulent burgers are prepared in front of you while you wait. Whether you go for the 6-ounce Mexican or the 10-ounce Texan, or you decide to go for our messy fries or buffalo wings, one thing you're guaranteed is quality. We've also got a range of desserts including our trademark shakes in all your favourite flavours. We're based at 400 Cranbrook Road in Gants Hill, so come down to dine in or order in on Uber Eats or Just Eat. Amigos, hats off to great burgers.
Ramadan FM 2018.
The voice of British Muslims.
Hey, तेन 20 बारी आके आता क्रिकेट ना खेलिया कर तो फिर विंडो पंच हो रही है.
Don't worry, Dad. Our windows need changing anyway.
हाँ तो पैसे तू दे से ना.
Nah, don't worry, Dad. UK Windows will sort it out.
UK Window? Oh, कौन है ना?
They're the best double glazing company about. They do windows, patios, French doors, sliding doors, UPVC, aluminium, you name it, they've got it. We can go see them at 51 to 53 Upton Lane, Forest Gate E79PA, or call them at 07984 440 093 or visit ukwindowslondon.co.uk.
वाह जी वाह, ये तो कमाल है यार. UK Windows
Zindabad.
Thinking about selling or letting your home? With Maxwell Estates, you don't need to look any further. Well established with over 15 years of experience, Maxwell Estates are specialists in residential sales and lettings. We manage over 200 properties in and around Northwest London, keeping our landlords and tenants updated with all the latest laws and legislations. Based in Edgware, our experienced specialist negotiators always ensure we maximise the full potential of your property. Call us now on 0208 952 0808 for a free no obligation quotation, or visit our website www.maxwellestates.co.uk for further information. Maxwell Estates, the name you can trust.
With over 25 years experience in the East London area.
Lamb, veg, lamb, veg, lamb, veg, lamb, veg. Come on guys, we need to hear, man. Is it lamb or is it veg? That's all we've been talking about during the break, man. So is it a lamb samosa? Is it a veggie samosa, man? Is it? Can you even call a veggie samosa? I don't even know, man. That's like saying that's like calling a bengan a steak, isn't it? Yeah. So come on. So what were we saying? What's going on, guys?
We started talking about football.
Okay.
Randomly.
Yes, we did.
You said you saw 2 players get sent off for the same team.
Yeah. Look, I mean, we were just having a chat, and our fans quite involved at Leyton Orient, isn't it? Yeah. So, in what capacity are you kind of involved at Leyton Orient?
So, couple really, not an official capacity.
Yeah.
They're my local football club and whatnot. But the previous owner was a really, really close friend, mentor, really. And the current chief executive, I worked with him at Essex Cricket. He was our commercial director, Danny Macklin.
Okay.
So I've done quite a lot of insight work with them, and we work very, very closely with the trust around diverse communities and utilising the stadium and the score centre around the back.
Okay.
With cricket provisions.
So you were saying there was a tape ball cricket tournament at Leyton Orient, so there was cricket happening in a football stadium. That don't make sense, man.
Yeah, so it sort of tracks back to a lot of the work we've been doing with the community within sort of East London and Waltham Forest specifically. And if you can imagine, a lot of contemporary society, modern society, have less leisure time than normal. So gone are the days where you can give up your whole Saturday and Sunday to play. Also the financial cost of having cricket equipment and paying subs and whatever.
Yeah.
So this phenomenon called tape ball, which started actually in Karachi in Pakistan, has grown and become an international sort of format, if you like, of the game. And it's played heavily in East London. Some say underground cricket. I don't really like to call it that. But having spoke to the communities, they challenged us and said, look, we would love to showcase our ability under floodlights, because in Pakistan they get the opportunity to do that, normally in flat surfaces and stuff like that. So part of the conversation with Leighton Orients was, well, can we hire the stadium out? And that sort of went a bit deeper because the council wanted to support it as well. And I think last week, I can't remember what day, but last week we had the whole stadium from 9:30 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. And it started off with primary schools provision in the morning. Afternoon we had tape ball cricket. Afternoon we had secondary schools play it, and we also had Joseph Clark, which is a visually impaired school in Hymes Park. So we had 51 visually impaired kids also go on the outfield and play cricket.
Awesome.
And then in the evening we had community tape ball festival, which was which also had a women's showcase game as well, and the final was played under full floodlights, which was an incredible spectacle. We're so lucky because ESPN Cricinfo, the biggest cricket platform, they came down, and I think today or tomorrow, I haven't seen it on their website, but their report comes out because they were they heard about it and said, well, okay, what's this about? So it's just really engaging and listening to the community and understanding what they want, and let's see if we can inspire by supporting them.
Awesome. So
and obviously it's the home of football as well. So.
Oh, what? Leighton
Wembley.
Leighton Wembley. So from that, what happened was we were saying that Bilal was saying that he's a Leighton Orient fan as well, and I kind of said I went a couple of times, not last year, the year before, when a friend of mine, Jay Simpson, was playing.
Yeah.
And then we said Jay Simpson's now at Philadelphia Union. Can you see the kind of conversations we have here, guys, man, and where they kind of start and where they end up? And then we were saying that I was watching a game with Philadelphia Union a couple of days ago, and 2 people got sent off for the same team. And I was saying I can't remember the last time I ever saw that happen, where a team were playing with 9 men.
I was watching. I don't think it was Premier League years. It was
Chinese Premier League.
No. The English Premier League.
Okay.
When Chelsea played Burnley, I think it was the first game of the season. I think Chelsea had 2 players sent off.
Chelsea?
Against when they lost to Burnley at home.
To Burnley?
You can check it.
When?
I don't have my phone on me.
This year?
I think it was the first game of,
This must have been towards
season.
These sending offs must have been, was it?
The thing is, you forget, the season is so long, you forget the beginning of it.
That's true.
Maybe, I don't think it was the year before. I remember Fabregas got sent off for 2 yellows.
Okay.
But someone else got a straight red before.
Bakayoko, maybe.
Probably.
I remember one, I think Arsenal played one of the Italian, it was Milan, but which one, I can't remember, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And they completely lost their discipline. They were 4-1 down or something at the San Siro.
Yeah.
And it ended up being definitely at least 2 players got sent off just for...
It happens when there's fights and stuff. There was that
Real
Chelsea
Madrid.
Spurs.
Yeah, no, these were 2, both players got sent off for 2 yellow cards.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So both players got sent off for 2 yellow cards, and this was about half an hour into the first half. So they played like 60, 70
Was it
minutes.
bad refereeing, do you think? Was it?
I don't know. When I switched it on, it was half time. When I switched on, and I switched it on. I thought, let me watch it in case Jay's playing. He didn't get sent off, by the way. And all I see is like 2 little red cards. You see that little red card logo on top of the score. And I was like, what? So I'm kind of looking it up on like Sky Sports. I was like, wow, 2 men sent off.
What was the score?
Bro, when I fell asleep, it was 2. They were losing 2-0, and they actually scored and brought it back to 2-1, and then I fell asleep. So I have absolutely no idea.
The only place I've seen 2 people get sent off is FIFA.
Okay. Yeah, but you used to do it on purpose, bro.
I want to give someone that ligament damage.
Oh, mate. Any of you guys console buds?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, FIFA.
Yeah.
PS4.
PS4, yeah? Okay. Ultimate Team or what?
No, I did that for a while.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. It's too addictive. So I just play with friends. I like to do the career mode sometimes.
Okay.
Where you sign players and stuff.
Career mode's
Yeah,
good,
it's
man.
too addictive, man.
It's time
Ultimate,
consuming,
yeah,
innit?
the ultimate team stuff.
But I'm so you can probably kind of write a bit of material, then play a game, and then write a bit of material.
You
and
end
write
up just
play-
playing.
Okay.
I've tried doing,
Okay.
What other games are you into? Sorry.
I like The Witcher a lot. Have
Okay.
you played that?
No.
The Witcher 3. It's just a really fun game. GTA. I'm not too much of a gamer. I try to distance myself a bit because it's too addictive. Do you play a lot?
I play quite a bit of games.
What
yeah.
do you play?
I'm currently addicted to Fortnite.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah.
I've got the Fortnite bug, and that's to do with your son. Your son got me into it.
Whose son?
Has it yours?
Oh.
Personally.
No, he hasn't been on it recently, man. He's been revising. He's had exams and
Lies.
stuff, man. So he has. Well, not as far as I
The
know.
thing is, they
anyway.
make this like they design them to be addictive, you know, and it's it takes over your life.
He's got VR.
Yeah.
VR, virtual reality on his PlayStation.
Oh, you do? Oh, yeah.
So he's got this game, bro. Yeah, it's like a scary. It's like I don't know how to put it. What was that game back in the day, where the shooter game where you had the zombies coming at you?
Resident Evil.
No, it's a cross between Resident
This
Evil
one's
and
called
House
Until
of
Dawn.
What was it? House of the Dead, I think.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
called. Yeah. What's this one called?
Until Dawn.
Until Dawn. Bruv, this thing is scary, you know. You put it on now, yeah, and it's like, oh, it's serious, man. This
That sounds
VR
too
thing.
scary.
It's proper. It's proper. You like look around. You can look behind you. You know, you see everything. Have you tried on one of them VR headsets?
Nah.
But, oh man, it's
quite intense. Yeah.
It's sick though. It's really really
You
good.
got the headphones in and.
Yeah, God, there was a cricket game on there a while ago. I don't know if they made like a recent one.
Well, what is it?
Yeah.
Brian Lara or
Yeah,
something?
because I remember years ago, but this was ages ago. Like the commentators on Sky Sports and during the
No,
pop
it's
time
there. I can't
They were
remember.
trying
What
it
it's
out.
called. It's Ashes. I think there's an Ashes one as well, which came out over the summer.
Oh, I
so-
bought the Ashes game.
Was that any good?
Nah, it's no good.
Awful.
And I bought the UFC game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
UFC
you've
is
got a
good.
UFC.
I've
I
got
don't
UFC.
like. Do you like it?
Which one have you got?
The latest one.
Adrian.
UFC3.
Yeah.
I prefer it to 2.
I don't really enjoy it that much.
I think UFC they're gonna make it into more of a competitive scene. Because the one before didn't have an online or the usability wasn't all that great. But now the usability is a lot.
You can play
hands-on.
online against other people. now.
Online, and then you can do a lot more with the joystick.
Do you like watching UFC?
No.
Oh, it's fun.
No. Oh, for you, a UFC kind of guy, man.
Not particularly. No, I love my boxing. I absolutely love my boxing, but not.
You see the thing with the UFC, bro, is you just see someone getting smashed
It's
to
so
pieces,
violent.
bruv. Yeah, and I just can't.
I think that's why it's so good.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it. It's just like, you know when they're like, bam, 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 and you're just like, leave him alone, man. He's lost. It's all right. Relax, you know? But, so you're into your boxing, isn't it? Art?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
So,
yep.
Who's your boxer of choice? Who do you like watching, man, these days?
Anthony Joshua, obvious one. Golovkin,
Uh-huh.
Kell Brook. I think Kell Brook's been sort of harshly treated, if you like, in the sense that he's tried to go up weights and whatnot in recent time, but serious fighter. I like not Eubank. What's the other one called?
Amir Khan's going to be on the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Not on our show, but Amir Khan and George Foreman are coming on the radio station over the next couple of days.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, I like Amir Khan now because he's with Matchroom.
Okay. Yeah, and Matchroom is linked to.
No, I like Amir Khan. He's.
But did you see his comeback fight?
Yeah. Well, I blinked.
Yeah. It was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How quick are his hands? Are you into your boxing?
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't see that fight though.
I haven't. My love affair with boxing kind of waned away when people, back in the day when Prince Nassim and Frank Bruno and Tyson and Nigel Benn and Watson and Eubank, and that was the era of boxing for me, man. That's when boxing was boxing, and when these guys stopped, it just seemed really weird. It was almost like.
I kind of think I disagree. I think that was my passion and love, that era. Then I lost it. But now the talent, especially the British fighters, is because it used to be very American.
Yes.
And now the British fighters, I know the American market have come here and said help us.
Yeah.
With the 10-year deal that's just been signed.
Yeah.
But I think there's so much talent, and the shows get sold out, which is again
100%.
a huge
and they're not
sign.
cheap either, are they? They're not
No.
cheap. And that's the thing with the Joshua fight, in that that's the issue in terms of Joshua wants the fight to be here.
Yeah.
I think it probably is because back in the day, if you wanted to prove yourself as a boxer, you had to go back to America and box in America, isn't it?
Stadium sellouts. It's the big
Yeah.
thing. If you can sell stadiums out, you're a high profile fighter. And with all due respect to the American lad, I completely forgot his name. I've gone blank.
Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder. He is still a bit of an unknown in America. With boxing circles, we all know who he is, and obviously with his 30 million offer, it's helped his profile. But the reality is, he's an unknown.
Yeah, but how can you be an unknown in your own...
No, I mean in the country, as
in
a mass
his own
sportsman. Because boxing probably, because of Al Heyman and maybe others who have a monopoly in that sport, has probably lost its profile, and HBO haven't been as big as they have been. But again, I keep saying, I think because all the talent is in Europe and in the UK.
Yeah. Hadley, you quite like your boxing.
Yeah, I'm into my car boxing quite a bit.
Yeah, who do you like, man?
At the moment, it's got to be Joshua. Always, I think that's everyone. That's everyone.
My boy.
Is he a bit overrated?
No.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just asking the question.
No, honestly, no. I honestly don't think he is, because now people said before he was more of a knockout guy and he can't go the rounds. But we've seen it with Vladimir that he can go the rounds, and he's gone the round and he's won.
And Parker, he went all the way with Parker, and Parker's no, given. It'd be interesting with Wilder, but I think also the other fights that are possibly going to happen.
Wasn't Parker the chauffeur in Thunderbirds? Parker? No?
I'm a bit too young for Thunderbirds.
Pretend to joke, lads.
Never mind.
There was a really good documentary about. Did you see it about the Anthony Joshua Klitschko fight?
Yeah.
That's great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because they were talking, basically it was footage of the fight and stuff, but then they both met each other again. And they were talking them through it. And because with me, the thing that annoys me about boxing is all the fake hype around a fight. And this was really nice to have them just being really respectful about each other and how much they like each other. And
100% agree.
Yeah, it's great, wasn't it?
Just humility, humbleness, and actually two genuine, massive names in their industry actually respecting each other.
Yeah.
And there's no real hate. Of course, when they're in the ring, they want to do their business. But hats off and respect to both. I think that's where Joshua's been so good with his fan base. He is a machine, but all of the sponsors want to be with him because he's also a pretty nice human being deep down, and that helps. And unlike one or two other boxers over time, we won't mention names. Tyson Fury.
I hear that.
I've seen Joshua still go to his local barber, which is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Which always makes you shows you that you're humble.
Still lives at home with his mum.
He's moved out though, hasn't he?
Well, he's got a house there.
Yeah, but he still lives at his mum, which is proper respectful.
So,
I respect that a lot.
Bilal, bro, do you get it? When people say, "Oh, so what do you do?" and you say, "I'm a comedian."
Yeah.
I say, "Tell us a joke."
Yeah.
Do you get that all the time?
Yeah.
It must be the most infuriating thing in the world.
I don't usually tell people.
Okay.
Like an Uber driver, I wouldn't. I just say I'm a writer or something.
Okay.
I don't want to. Yeah.
That's a bit ambiguous, though, isn't it? I'm a writer.
Yeah, but I don't. That's the problem. Yeah, people say, "Tell me a joke," and also because even if I did, it's kind of rude as what for a stranger to just be like, "Tell me a joke."
Yeah.
And then even if I did tell him a short joke, that's weird, isn't it?
It's like one of those little joke books. You have to pull out one of those little pound shop jokes. You know the little ones.
Hang on. Yeah. That's right. That one would do. Yeah.
It's a bit odd. Yeah. So usually I don't tell that many people. My parents have started telling everyone.
Okay.
Which is nice.
They're proud of you.
Yeah, they're proud. I think they were a bit confused at first.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Your mum's definitely got a sense of humor.
Yeah, I think so.
Your mum's got a sense of humor. Yeah. Your old man.
My dad is very quiet.
Yeah,
he's quite shy.
Yeah.
And mum's the opposite.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay, so guys, Football World Cup coming up, man. Couple of weeks. Literally starts a day or two before Eid.
What's the date? What's the
14th?
Is it the 14th?
14th, yeah. I reckon Eid is going to be on Friday, not this Friday, coming the following Friday.
Sound like already, bro.
No, I don't know already. Let me explain to you why. I'm sorry. I feel I need to just do that and, put a bit of light on this. Right. 15th night, in theory, full moon, yes or no?
Yeah.
Should be round as you like. Yeah? I walked out of the house to come to Ravi. The moon was right in front of me. And this was on the 16th night, not the 15th night. And it was like a lot smaller than a full moon. So it's already on the way down. So this is why I'm guessing next Friday we're going to have 29 Rosé this year.
So
that's the worst justification.
Just to clarify, were you wearing your glasses and did you drink your allocation of water for the day to make sure you're sort of focused?
Hey?
But I tell you what, he's got better justification than some people.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's gonna be. But anyway, look, what we're talking. And so, a couple of days after, right after Eid. First of all, really, really quickly, everyone has an Eid routine.
Oh yeah.
What's your Eid routine, bro?
Ours is we get up very early. We go to the first Jamaat at our masjid, which is I don't know what it will be, but it's. What is it usually? What's like the first one?
A couple of hours after Fajr, innit, bro? After sunrise.
So it'll be oh god, yeah.
Probably about 7. It'll probably be about 7:30 or something.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna go because my dad like opens the mosque 5 times a day. Yeah, so and my mum's really involved in the ladies' side, so I'll probably go quite early. I think I'll have to wear these shalwar kameez that someone sent over. Which I don't really like wearing.
Okay.
But, that's the only time of the year.
Is it because it's been sent over or because someone sent it?
No, it's just I just don't find
you don't
it comfortable.
like
it's just
Oh, bro, you gotta be
sorry.
Salwar kameez has got to be the most comfortable thing to wear, isn't it?
Like Essex training kit.
Okay.
I'll wear that to the Eid namaz.
I did it last year. My dad sent me back. I felt like I was a 9-year-old kid.
Yeah,
you're not going reading namaz in that.
Damn right. Bro.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. And then hopefully we maybe we'll go out and eat somewhere. Something like that would be nice. Because both my brothers are married, so then they've got to see their wives' families at some point. So
one's up in Nottingham now or something. Stoke.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got relegated.
Yeah. He did get relegated. So he'll be. I think they will be coming. And he's got a little son and daughter as well.
Mashallah, yeah.
So they'll be
coming down. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
awesome.
So that's just family stuff. Nothing. We don't do anything that crazy.
Haider Ali, what's your Eid routine, man?
Well, I'm sure you know. We go read our namaz. And then we come back. We have the mandatory gosht.
Yeah.
Soup.
So it's like a meat kind of lamb boiled. Oh, you tell him, man. I can't.
It's gonna make me hungry.
It's too much. It's too
meat
much.
And it's pressure cooked, so it's really like
tender.
It's very tender and soft. Yeah, so it just melts in your mouth.
That's nice.
Eid is tomorrow, boys.
And it's proper good.
Yeah. And then halwa puri.
And then we go to is it your house?
Someone's, man.
It's one of our houses.
Whoever's, man.
For breakfast, and we have halwa puri, chane, samosa, a lot.
Samosa.
Yeah. We don't have samosa during Ramadan.
Meat or vegetarian?
Definitely veg, bro. Meat. Sorry. Meat.
See, I'm not samosa, so I'm just gonna say both.
Yeah. Chicken. Anyway, so we do that, and then so that's like half of our family, Bilal, is in Stoke Newington or Hackney, and half of our family's in Ilford now, and some of our families in Leighton. So what happens is that Leighton and Stoke Newington side kind of they get together and they do the breakfast together. So Haroon's family go around there and stuff, and his family, my family, Chachu's family, we get together, we have breakfast, and then what we do is for Eid dinner, the whole family comes together in one house, one allocated house.
Wow.
The women between them sort out what's going to be cooked and allocate out the dishes. So it's not a random bring a dish, so everyone brings the same thing. Everything is.
It's called the aunties WhatsApp group.
That's it, man. So and then we all get together, all the cousins. Everyone's off work. Nobody's kind of I've got to be home by this time and none of that nonsense. We get in and we just have a really, really good time, man. So that is our Eid day off. What about yourself, man?
To be honest, it's not too dissimilar. I'm with Bilal very early, and I like it that way because Eid namaz is done. You feel as if you start off with a good deed, and the rest of the day kind of you're not as under pressure. And then the usual family stuff. Mum cooks an incredible meal, so we get more people around ours than leaving, which works nicely with me. And then 11:30 have a net at the club. No joking.
Yeah, I hear you. So, okay, cool. So, looking forward to Eid and stuff. So, yes, World Cup is due to start on the 14th, which is just literally a couple of days after Eid. I think England are due to play on Tuesday, which would be the 18th or 19th.
Do you care about England?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I don't really.
No?
I'm not that bothered.
No?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what's interesting? The hype. Normally, through major tournaments, whether it's the Euros or World Cups, there is so much media hype about England.
Yeah. There isn't much this time, is there?
Raheem Sterling's the hype at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, nothing else has been
I
really
hope he
mentioned.
does well.
Yeah, so do
But
I.
apart from that,
the media dislike him, so that's why I want him to do well. And yeah, so it's fascinating. And maybe that's got to do with the fact that if you look at the team, you wouldn't say there's too many X Factor type players in that squad. And good players, excellent players, but not what you say world class players. And maybe the expectation amongst everybody is if we get out the group stages or get to the quarterfinals, or let's dream and get to the semi-finals, it's a major success.
I think for once nobody's saying let's get to the final. No one's saying let's get out to the semi-final. Everyone's just like, well, let's see what happens.
And just genuinely, it reminds me of Liverpool. If we get to Champions League final, it's exceeded all expectations.
Yeah, and then if you win it, and then give away 2 goals.
Don't think about it. Don't depress.
Anyway, so who do you support then, Bilal, in the World Cup?
Oh no, I do. Like I support England a bit, but just not that much. So I
Okay.
don't really care.
So are you not
if they
really
lose.
bothered about
No,
watching the
no.
World
I love
Cup?
the World Cup.
Okay.
I really love any big game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna love watching. I think like Germany are great to watch. Brazil are gonna be great.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it as a thing. You know, I love World Cups and the Euros as well. But just generally, like, I'm not going to be sad if England go out.
Okay.
I don't think.
Okay. What about yourself, Heather Ali?
I've probably got to go England.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest football fan. I know it might be the wrong time to say this, but I think I've just got to go England.
Okay.
It's where I was born.
No worries.
I think I should support them.
Yeah, similar really to the guys. Definitely following England,
Yeah.
but for me, it's a major tournament, and for me, if
It's
England,
fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And if England don't get through, I'm not going to lose any sleep. It's a case of trying to embrace a major tournament which comes once every 4 years. So what I don't want is 1-0s and defensive plays. If that sort
last World
aggressive.
Cup was great, wasn't it? Because Colombia came through, innit? James Rodriguez.
Do you remember that goal?
Which one?
The James Rodriguez goal.
Chest volley. Top
Yeah,
corner.
yeah. There was he scored a few bangers in that thing.
I
but
do that at Power League on Tuesday
Who
nights.
do- who- no, you don't, because we're at Power League on Tuesday night. You don't come anymore.
You don't invite me.
You're too
Oh,
busy.
you actually said to be coming.
No, Shoaib took me off the out the WhatsApp group.
He broke his nose. He broke his nose.
I can see.
And then
No.
and then he didn't come after he broke his nose.
He took me out the WhatsApp group.
I did not take you out the blinking
Arfan
WhatsApp
removed.
group.
Oh, you got that
Arfan
notification?
removed himself.
Been
bruv.
removed.
Arfan removed himself. Behave yourself, man.
Do you want to guess who's going to win? What's your prediction?
The World Cup.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like.
Not like.
Man.
Who do you
Okay,
think's
who
gonna
do I
win?
think will
Well, you can do
win?
both. I mean,
No,
you know.
don't give him that option.
Obviously, I'd like England to win, but I don't think they're going to. I would say Germany or
Spain.
Brazil. I tell you, it'd be nice if France or Belgium won it, though.
Belgium were poor last time, weren't they?
Yeah, but they got some damn good players, man. And
They
if
do.
they can bring it together, I think they're dark horses. Belgium, definitely dark horses. Look, they got Hazard, they got De Bruyne, they got Vincent Kompany if he recovers from his injury. They got Alderweireld. They've got Lukaku. Who's the other defender, man? Centre half plays at Tottenham. But he's Belgian as well, isn't he? I can't remember. Vertonghen. Mertens. They got a serious team. So if they can like just.
You know, Germany left Sane out of their squad.
Dembele.
They're that good.
Off. Over to you, bro, because we're over time now. We're gonna get sacked off in a second. So
I think it'll be Germany, and not far behind France and Spain. I think Belgium will be the classic. Should do well, but
won't do well. You think they're gonna flatter to deceive?
Yeah, same with Brazil and Argentina.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah,
come on Egypt. Sorry.
Yeah, come on Salah. Come on Salah. I like to see the Muslim teams do well, man. Tunisia. Who's it? Tunisia's in there? No?
I can't remember.
Let's just say yes.
Nigeria.
Yeah, are in there.
Alex Iwobi, what a player.
Egypt is definitely in there. So, yeah.
Mohamed El Neni.
Mohamed El Neni, absolutely. Hadar Ali, you've already said...
I'm going England.
You're going England, yeah?
Danny Welbeck.
Okay. On that note, we are signing off this edition of the Drive Time Show. Hope you've had a pleasant drive home, guys. Those of you listening on your way home from work, those of you who've been listening on Facebook and YouTube, Jazakumullah khair. No phone calls though, man. Really disappointed. We really needed to put this debate to bed. Meat or veg? Meat or veg? Guys, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Do you want to say Assalamu alaikum in your leaving messages to the listeners, inshallah?
Salams from me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And salam from him. It's been Bilal, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you so much time for taking out time for us from your really busy schedule. Hadar Ali, thank you, sir. You're here all the time anyway.
No worries, bro.
And Arfan, again, bro, much appreciated, man. I hope you've enjoyed it, inshallah. And we'll see you all again soon,
inshallah.
Yeah. So guys, we're gonna love you and leave you. And like I say, is it meat? Is it veg? Is it meat?
Disputes and employment